All right, everyone, now that we have our oboe together, we are going to learn how to hold the oboe. I took the reed out of the top from the last video and I put it in at the end. Took it out right now just to demonstrate without the reed. I think one of the most important things to remember about the oboe is that the reed itself is very, very fragile and it can break easily. So as you're getting used to it, you might kind of bonk around your oboe and move it. And if that reed's on there, I swear I could probably sneeze on the reed and it would break. Maybe not that literal, but you can knock it. I knocked it against my teeth when I used to have braces when I was your age. All these kind of things happen. So we're just going to talk about this without the reed right now. How to hold the oboe. You're going to take your right hand, high five, take your right hand, and you're going to put the thumb right against what's called the thumb rest here. So this is what the oboe ends up sitting on and is supported by. And then you're going to wrap your fingers and put finger 1, 2, 3 on these keys. Your pinky will control these 3. But this hand is what really ends up holding the oboe. Now, the top hand, or left hand, will go 1, 2, and 3, with the thumb controlling the octave keys on the back here, and also this pointer finger controlling the side octave at times. We don't need it right now. But this is how you hold the oboe. You'll also notice, if I go for side view here, the oboe needs to have a good angle. You don't want to play it down like this. You don't want to play it like a trumpet. It has to have a nice angle so that you're essentially imagining the mouthpiece, the reed itself, going straight back to your throat. So you don't want it to be up where it's pointing against the roof of your mouth. You want to pretend that the oboe is going straight, as if there's an imaginary line, back to the very top of your throat, okay? So now, we will add our reed. And yes, we always have to get out that extra water. I'll crow my reed, make sure it's making a sound, and then put it in the reed well, the very top of the oboe. And again, like I said, good angle. You don't want it down here. You could, makes it sound very covered, but we, for all intents and purposes, need to have a nice healthy angle. So. You want to be able to have very nice free-flowing air throughout the instrument. All right, so now that we put the reed in the oboe. All right, so I put the reed in the top of my oboe, like I showed you earlier. And now we're gonna create that angle. And we're gonna go ahead and make our first sound. And the first note that I wanna start with for you all is a concert B flat, which is 1, 2 on the left hand. So pointer finger, middle finger, and then 1 on the right hand for the bottom joint. So 1, 2, and 3. So you can see that. This is the first note, B flat. And now we're going to use what we have learned in creating a sound to start the air on the instrument. And we're just going to work on a breath attack right now first. So go ha. Now C, as I started the very first note, I didn't have a lot of support, so it was a little flabby sounding, a little low in pitch. I sped up that air a little more support with my tummy, brought the pitch up, and then I did even more, and I got a nice healthy sound. Now we're going to start the sound with our tongue. So we're going to have our air ready to go, and what we're going to do is put our tongue on the reed, and then we will lift the tongue off to start the sound. So we're not putting the tongue to the reed to start it. We're going to have it start at the reed. So it's essentially stopping our air. So the idea, that's what's going to happen. Okay. Now your turn.